So I get a tweet, right, from somebody going, which is so annoying because you guys barely talked about it, but someone went, don't worry about that guy that called Luis about you that I just heard on the regs. So now I have to listen to a 2-hour show.
Now you're fast forwarding every
all my
2
friends,
minutes
of you
name.
guys being like, man, voices every 2 seconds. I'm like, where's my fucking name? Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Dad? Oh, watch him.
I do that anytime somebody says they mention me on Rogan. That's me going through a 4-hour Rogan episode, trying to find my fucking name. It's the worst. But
so I listened to the episode, and it gets to you going, fucking Ryan Broth hit me up about Sagalow. He's pissed. And then someone goes, I think Dan goes, about what? And then Bobby's immediately like, you know what? I like food. Blah, blah, blah. And you guys just go into this whole thing.
fingered a girl in the 90s.
Yeah,
dude.
you go into this whole fucking thing,
dude,
and it never
I was
comes back
addicted to alcohol when I was 8.
And it never comes back to it. And I go, okay, well, let me text Luis. Let's see what this is about. You know, whatever. I'm like, I think I know what it's about, but let's text Luis. I text you.
Oh wait, our Spurgeon caster, great tip right here. Paste the transcript into ChatGPT and then search for your name. Another use for ChatGPT.
Oh,
ChatGPT wins again.
Wow.
ChatGPT for the win.
ChatGPT rules.
Anyway, so I text Luis. I see that every text I've sent for the last 6 months has not been responded to, which is embarrassing. So you kind of go, oh, there's all this rejection I'm getting.
It's tough when you keep telling people who are like, you're friends with this guy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm friends with this guy.
Right.
And
He's
you
a
back
good
him up.
dude.
And
I
then you go
consider
through
you-
the
I had a
next
family
level.
member send me a fucking. I had a family member send me a screenshot of a tweet that I liked by you, going, "Why would you like this?" And I had to fucking defend you and go, "He's good."
What was the tweet? What was the tweet?
This was years ago.
No,
but
I really want to know what the tweet was.
This was one of your willy-nillys.
It was something crazy. Anyway, so I text you and I go, "What's this Ryan Broth thing?" Above that is, "Hey, do you want to do my podcast? Hey, do you want to do my podcast? Hey,
Hey, are we friends?
Yeah.
That's something I gotta get back to my beef with you. This is
Don't you
He's
point
got
at
beef.
me.
He does have. He's got beef.
It jogged his memory.
Yes.
Let's do the interesting story first.
I wish Sagalow would jog his memories.
So anyway, so I text you and you don't get back to me. Now I'm here and I go, what did Broth say about me? Now this is what I think it is, okay? Because his dad owns Comics Mohegan Sun.
Comics is it Mohegan Sun? Yeah, it's Mohegan Sun.
Roadhouse or whatever.
Great,
And his
great
dad's
club.
It's a good club.
It's a good club.
We love Mohegan Sun.
there in the summer again.
Won't sell tickets. We love his dad. We love the booker.
Hard to get fans to come. You're only playing to drunk people that were at the casino anyway. It's okay.
Ryan Broth, we call him Sweatpants Ryan. He only wears sweatpants on stage. It's pretty. We do like that. We call him a pajama performer. It's a little unprofessional, but we still like that he wears. And he books these road rooms, and he pays you $200. And then when you ask, "Can I bring a feature?" he goes, $100. Give your 100 to the feature. That's a true story.
It's a smart.
That's true.
It's a smart move. His dad owns the club. He can do what he wants.
So I tell this story on my podcast, Sag Daddy the Pod, which should be airing in about 30 minutes. That I do his club. I'm featuring at his club.
You're featuring.
I'm featuring.
Which you're above featuring at this point.
At that point, I wasn't. At that point, I wasn't.
Okay, this is a while ago.
This was a while ago, and I hadn't been asking of headlines.
I'm not saying you're headlining, but you're above featuring a little bit. You're in that no man's land.
I'm in the no man's land where I can't get a job.
Yeah.
Begging people to co-headline with you.
Blistering for 20, 45.
I would. Yeah. Anyway, so so I'm featuring there, and many people know, many comics know, in the green room, there's a big wall of names that everybody signs. This is pretty standard in a comedy club green room. So
they had the posters in the green room for a while. Do they still have those?
still do.
You
Yeah,
signed-
they have the big
I
head.
drew a swastika on my face.
yeah, you sure did.
And they were like, really? Like, we're Jewish. And I was like, right? They weren't happy. They didn't make me take it down, but they were like, okay, you don't think that's weird? I was like, no, it's awesome.
Right,
It's awesome.
right.
I drew a swastika. No, I didn't draw a swastika. I'm sorry. I drew
You drew
a
Hitler.
Hitler mustache.
I see.
Which
Yes.
is, I think, different.
That's very
that's
funny.
a different story.
Swastika is a little bit like,
I don't know why I said swastika. It was just in my head
the swastika of
the
facial
wrong
hair.
word. It was just the wrong word.
Mustache.
It was a mustache.
Anyway, so legend has it. I'm in the green room, And what you do when you're in the comedy club green room, when you're a comic, you sign your fucking name on the
When you're
wall.
headlining.
No.
Usually they ask features too, though.
Yeah.
Usually, I won't sign my name on the wall unless I'm specifically asked to sign my name on the wall. I really mean that.
It's the wall is covered in names. I'm not fucking taking a selfie and printing it out and putting it on like the comic strip wall and being like, there it is. That was all me.
I'll tell you right now,
It's
I
covered
like
in
you
names.
slightly more than I like Ryan Broth. Slightly more.
Hell
Slightly,
yeah.
Ryan, love you.
Slightly more.
A little bit.
Lewis loves working. That's really what it is? He doesn't want to lose his comics
brewery
shows. And to be honest, neither do I. But I guess we're here, aren't we? I'll never work that club again, and I'm okay with that, I guess.
If his dad owns the club, is he the Mohegan Sun?
So I'm a young stallion here. Okay, I'm just a feature. I'm just trying to do my job. I'm waiting for the headliner to
You're
get
just
off.
a creature.
I'm just a I'm a feature creature. And
But I will say, and I'm not just being a dick to you right now. I feel like you should wait till somebody asks you to sign the wall.
This is a leap. His behavior is a leap. The response to it is also a leap.
yeah, I would say I've worked a lot of clubs where they do not give a shit if you sign the wall because the wall is covered in names.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little weird to sign. And this wall was covered in names. It wasn't like plaques.
Not
and shit.
necessarily names you'd be proud of.
Yeah, yeah.
He just saw the name and he's like, he saw my name. He's like, all right, I'm better than this.
Bong Hitler says Lewis can't even get a Snicker in a comedy club. That's not true. In the green room, Snickers, M&Ms, Mars bars.
No, they mean the audience.
Anything that I want.
A bunch of Snickers.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
You get it.
Okay. never
Anyway,
mind.
so
I thought you were just saying literally what he said. I was like, duh. Duh. I can get a Snicker.
That's so funny. No, he means from the crowd.
They were two tops. They were Twix.
All right,
So
continue.
anyway, I think we could all see where this story is going. I pick up my little silver pen that is in the green room, by the way. It's in the green room. You know, if you don't want people signing the wall, maybe don't put pens in the green room. Maybe give the headliner the pen at the end of the weekend.
Who was headlining?
I do not fucking know. I have no idea. It might have been
Some loser.
might have been like Nico White.
Nico White.
Which is great, but it's like, you know, he's not like
Here's a
I mean, Brendan going, might have been Nico White.
I only say that
Which
because
is great. He's a talented young
his
performer.
I don't want him
his
to.
last
I
name
don't
is
want him
Mi-
to have fucking beef like you guys hate each other.
His last name is misleading, folks.
Yeah,
He's a
but the only reason I said it like that is because we're peers. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean? We came up together. It's not like it was like, you know, Orny Adams or another guy I don't know why. Is it Orny Adams?
what?
That's a guy I've opened for there. Who told me not to do stuff about straws. So he goes,
Brendan is just street
I know,
sweeping
I don't
the
know what I'm
business.
doing, but
This is great.
I'm having a mental breakdown. Stop me at any time, please. Am I ruining my
No,
life?
so you were signing the
killing it.
wall. Said
So you start
Brendan
signing
will
the
wall. Kills,
headline
by the
next
way.
time.
This is after.
Orny kills.
This is after.
He does
your-
kill, but he
this
told
is-
me not to talk about plastic straws.
This is after your set or before your set. You signed the wall.
After my set.
After you murder at least.
Yeah, I mean, I have good sets there.
Yeah.
And
Tough room. Tough room.
It's a tough room. Nobody likes sitting there. They've all gambled their life savings away. They want to be in the bigger room, but we tell them you can't be there. You got to sit there and watch Nico White perform
like it.
stand-up.
I like your Trump.
So, all right, it's going on a little too long, but I signed my name, my little cute name, Brendan Sagalow, 2017 or whatever the fuck, and he comes in and he's
Now Ryan Broth has the same voice and sort of physical, the way he kind of like walks and talks. It's you remember
Right.
the guy in Men in Black who
Sugar water.
Yeah.
He comes in, he goes, sugar water. And I go, anyway, so he comes in. I think he's running the shows at this point. And he comes in and he goes, okay, so I just lit who was ever headlining. I think it was a two-man show anyway, so I had to go bring him back off. So he goes, okay, I just lit blah, blah, blah. So you got about 5. And then he sees me with the pen in my hand, staring. And I'm staring like an absolute chode, too. I'm staring like a fucking chode. I'm staring at my name going like, I'm really doing it, man. You know, I'm going, my name's in a comedy club wall. I'm really doing it.
And he's like Ace Ventura seeing Ray Finkel.
And
Who the hell is that?
And he's coming in with this fucking, yeah, exactly.
he's got cockroach arms.
He's wearing overalls.
sleeves. Look, that was a dear friend of mine.
You're no Orny Adams.
You're no Orny Adams. Stop talking about behind the wall.
So yeah, he goes,
Do 3.5 minutes of your art. We need people back out on the casino floor.
so
I love Ryan. He's a good guy.
but we do love
We
Ryan.
love
He's a little testy, I tell you. He's a little wrong for this, but we still love him. We do love him. He's got beautiful children. So I go, he goes, did you just sign that wall? And I'm looking at it, and I don't know, because I've signed walls.
You lied. You're like, no. Somebody else did that.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
just Brendan Sagalow?
Whoa,
It's crazy.
big fans around here. Thanks. So I go, yeah, because I've never had this problem before. I go, yeah, and he goes, oh.
You ruined the wall.
He goes, he's really incredibly visibly upset that I did this.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. He goes, you know, that wall covered in names is just for headliners. And also, by the way, I could see a bunch of people that weren't headliners at the time whose names were on the wall. And I was like,
We can't fact check that, so I think that should be stricken from the story.
Yeah.
objection.
Overruled.
Anyway.
Sustained.
Yes.
Either way.
You're so right about that.
Go
Anyway,
ahead.
I shouldn't have even mentioned that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. I just
all you have
all
is
I know is
my word.
A feature decided to pick up the marker and write on the wall, which I will say, it's a faux pas.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up,
It's
dude.
a faux pas.
How about you go
Nah,
faux
I'm on,
pas
I'm
yourself?
on Brendan's side.
Nice.
No. Look,
I'm Team Brendan.
It is. It is.
Faux pas yourself.
Look. This was a learning moment.
But here's the thing. Can I weigh in real quick? Because I think it is a faux pas in the sense that it's a leap. I get that you've, up until that point, have not faced any resistance.
By the way, not my first time at that club. Like I had
Totally.
been working there at least 2-3 times a year. For
Then
the
why
past
didn't
couple
you
of years.
sign it?
because
the
he's not a
last time?
headliner. It
No,
was-
but why
they-
did you sign it this time and not the last time?
I don't know. I just didn't want to.
They didn't provide a marker.
Fair enough.
no
Maybe the
marker.
marker wasn't there. But the exacerbated smack on the forehead,
It was.
that is a little
Dramatic.
much to make you feel lower than you should
I
feel
need
in
you
that moment. He could have easily
What are
been
you
like,
doing? I
hey,
need
man,
you to
this
pay
is-
attention.
This is just
No, I'm
for
paying attention.
headliners.
I'm paying attention.
Let's just,
Yeah. He could have been like,
Let's and then
Or
just
even-
cross it out in front of
or
you.
even tell me like, hey man, I don't know if you know this, but like that is like a faux pas, like something. But he was just like, he treated me the way fucking people treat comics when they're nobodies, and it.
Ooh.
He was like,
Ryan, he speaks for himself. I think he's somebody. I think he's a very smart guy.
I've got no problem with Ryan. I have a problem with this.
Yeah.
Because he goes.
By the way, for the audio listeners, he's just pointing to his own dick.
I got a problem with this. It's not big enough. It's not big enough, and people shout at me at the airport my size. So I opened for Dan, and people shouted at me. I hate it.
He should have very politely said, "This is a comedy."
There was no and up until like I've
And
been,
the only reason I'm here is because I run this room for my pa.
anyway, I think the whole thing is just like a interpersonal communication issue because he's treating me like shit, and not only that, I didn't confront him at the time. Like I was still like,
Why would you have
Oh
confronted
my
him? You're like,
God.
hey, just so you know, I signed the wall.
well, no, I could have been like, hey man, watch your fucking attitude. Like I didn't.
That
know-
would have been a crazy
that
reaction.
Yeah.
That would have been.
the guy who fucking fights Uber drivers.
Yeah, but
thinks
not
that's
club
crazy.
owners.
Not
Hey, if
club
I didn't
owners.
have to go tell these people to pay their check quickly and quietly, I'd have some fucking words for you,
I would
pal.
stick up for
Look,
myself.
I have an anger problem. So in my world, that could have been a fucking.
It could have gotten.
What DC comic are you living in? In my world, that would have been a fucking knuckles to the face.
No, but I have an anger
Constantly
problem. Okay,
envisions
I've
fighting
told
people.
I don't have a fucking doctor now because I told my last doctor to suck my dick because of some shit. Okay, so I
He was like, you have cancer. Suck my dick.
and I go, will that help?
Plus, if they had a DC comic there, Brendan could feature for them.
Yeah. Orny Adams, we love Orny Adams.
We
so
love
do.
Orny.
Not talking about straws. Yeah, I could have made an uncomfortable like, hey man, you need to like, I totally get that, but watch how you talk to me, like kind of thing. Not only that. So that was a little like weird, and I'm feeling like a young comic who is like, "Oh, I just fucked everything up. I'm never gonna be allowed here again." Kind of that vibe. And I'm sitting
Being
there.
a young comic, but look, you kind of need those things, and this has nothing to do with Ryan Broth or comics. You kind of need those little fumbles in your career to figure out your fucking career. This is just part. It's part of everything.
Sure.
I am busting your balls to a certain degree. It was a faux pas to sign the wall, unquestionably. Just sign it. I'm a headliner. Every time I go to a club, if there's signatures on I don't just pick up the pen and sign it. I literally wait for them to ask me. I would never just be like, let me sign it.
It's a fucking comedy club. It's not the Beacon Theater, okay? It's a fucking... But 2 years ago, it was a fucking Benihana, okay? We need to calm the fuck down, all right?
Here's Brendan signing his name on Benihana's wall.
Yeah, I wish it was a Benihana's wall.
Most shrimp caught.
Anyway, so that's not even the crazy part of the story.
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Oh, there's more.
That's not even the wildest part. He came up to me, tears in his eyes.
Buckle up, folks.
I said, wow, I didn't know you really cared. So he goes, that was for headliners. I say, jokingly and pathetically, I go, well, one day that'll be a headliner.
Oh, no. Well,
Right.
also not a wrong. That's not wrong.
Yeah, one day that guy will be in a weird situation where he's not getting super headlining gigs. But
You didn't foresee any of this conversation happening, so you will never headline there.
Yeah,
He knew this was gonna happen.
he
was
went.
like, no.
Literally in his head, he was probably like, "Not happening now."
Never.
Yeah,
It's like I
okay.
can already tell from this moment you'll never
Okay,
headline here.
so that was uncomfortable, right? And then he leaves, and I'm sitting in that little L couch,
Looking at your name.
just looking at everybody's fucking big heads that are around me, like being like, "Oh man, that was weird. I can't wait to tell whoever's headlining what just happened." Kind of one of those things. He comes in with a bucket of paint and a paintbrush. And I know you're going to like this because I can already tell you're already saying in your head, this is very cool. This is real ass. But he... Are you going to play something?
No, guy.
Oh, you're just ready for it. He puts the paint in the paintbrush and paints over my name right in front of me.
So he had the
If you step back from it, you can say that was a real ass move.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real ass move with real ass consequences.
Oh no.
Luis and Zac are back for the baby boy. Luis and Zac are back for them baby boys. Luis and Zac are back for them baby boys. Luis and Zac are back when they making noise.